Well, folks, here we again for the weekly forecast. The big news during this last week was the well below normal temperatures, combined with pretty much a lack of precipitation for most of the state outside of extreme northeastern Nebraska and the southwest corner and southern panhandle. Northeast Nebraska has seen most of their precipitation occur during the Saturday night through Sunday morning time frame. For southwest and the southern panhandle, looking more in the Tuesday night to Wednesday time frame. These cool temperatures have saved us somewhat because, of course, less heat, less evaporation demands, but one more significant concern is the lack of significant moisture for a good portion of the state during the month of July, which makes 3 straight Julys that we've had to deal with this type of an issue. And we've seen an upgrade in the drought monitor to abnormally dry conditions over portions of eastern and south central Nebraska. I would have been more aggressive with the painting of abnormally dry conditions, but the drought monitor authors didn't feel that it was warranted. Certainly if we go precipitation free through next Tuesday, I see no reason why we won't see a more expansive area of abnormal dryness and possibly even the introduction of moderate drought conditions across portions of southern Nebraska. So let's take a look at the upper air models and see what we have in store for precipitation. We have this trough that has basically been persistent across the Great Lakes region. It's starting to weaken. We're starting to see this ridge move in, so much warmer conditions, more like normal temperatures in eastern Nebraska, slightly above normal in western Nebraska. There is a possibility of an isolated to scattered thunderstorm activity developing over the eastern half of the state this afternoon through this evening as the energy moves around the ridge. But more importantly, as we go into tomorrow, we'll start to see this ridge expand, bringing much warmer conditions to the western part of the state, probably 3 to 5 degree increase. We still carry an isolated chance for thunderstorm activity across extreme eastern Nebraska, but more importantly, as we get into Monday, the ridge takes firm planting hold of the southern plains, and we see this moisture coming out of the southwest that's going to run around this ridge, so we have the increasing chances of precipitation across the panhandle, and as it skirts around the ridge, we have the ability to maybe generate some thunderstorm activity across north central and northeastern Nebraska. Now, as we go into Tuesday, the ridge starts to break down. That's going to allow a little bit cooler air to move in, so whatever tropical moisture is left over may interact with this front and generate some scattered shower activity across the northern 1/3 and 1/2 of the state. More importantly, as we get to Wednesday, we have a little bit better chance of moisture developing statewide as this cool air presses a little bit farther southward, interacts with this monsoon moisture, and we get some overrunning of this front. And that looks like our best opportunity for widespread precipitation statewide. Time we get to Thursday, we'll be looking at more colder air moving in with just a chance for scattered thunderstorm activity across the northern part of the state, less of a chance across the south. As we get into Friday, this cool air remains in place, and we may generate some scattered thunderstorm activity statewide, although it does look isolated at this point in time. So the temperature forecast as we go through this week, warm conditions during the first half of the forecast period, and then we slowly cool down the middle of the week before we start to warm up once again down the Friday time frame. As we look at the 8 to 14 day forecast for next Thursday following Tuesday, looks like slightly cooler than normal temperatures will continue in terms of precipitation above normal for the southern plains, possibly moving into southern Nebraska.